As cancer became the plague of our modern age, a lot of research has been done on its prevention. With many reports on food and cancer prevention available nowadays, we want to inform you about the most cancer-causing foods. One part of the prevention plan is avoiding such foods. Here's a list of 11 potentially cancer-causing foods. Number 1. Refined white flour. Nearly everyone nowadays knows that white flour is not good for your health. It can encourage weight gain and is a main cause of obesity when overeaten. Refining grains and flours creates the loss of nutrients and lowers fiber content, which can lead to a variety of digestive problems such as constipation. But do you know that bleaching, whitening of flours, makes it really bad for you? Chemical treatments to the flour to make it white results in the formation of alloxan in the flour. Alloxan is a toxic contaminant causing diabetes. It is actually used in labs for causing diabetes in healthy animals, so that the researchers can experiment with treatments for diabetes. White processed flour has a high glycemic index which quickly raises the blood sugar level. Cancer cells feed mostly on the sugars in the bloodstream. So avoid refined carbohydrates such as white flour and white sugar, as they can encourage cancer growth. Number 2. Refined white sugar. Excess sugar consumption can suppress the immune system, upset the body's mineral balance, cause hyperactivity, anxiety, fatigue, weight gain, depression, and arthritis. As sugar weakens the immune system, it can increase cancer risk. Sugars feed harmful intestinal yeasts, toxic organisms, fungi, and all forms of cellular cancer. Though glucose is required by our brain and every cell for normal functioning, researchers say sugar feeds cancers. Especially those highly refined products are bad, such as white sugar and high fructose corn syrup. The reason for that is that they are metabolized by cancer cells most quickly and easily. Number 3. Salt-cured foods. Highly salted pickled foods may influence stomach and digestive lining. Furthermore, these foods can be very high in nitrates and nitrites. Nitrates and nitrites may convert to cancer-causing nitrosamines in the body, which damage DNA cells. Studies suggest that people whose traditional diet includes lots of salted, cured, or pickled foods are more susceptible to stomach and nasopharyngeal cancers. As a healthy option, you can make fermented, pickled foods at home, controlling the amount of salt you are using. Number 4. Alcohol. You may be surprised to find out that drinking alcohol increases your risk of developing many types of cancer, including cancer of the breast, colon and rectum, esophagus, larynx, liver, mouth, and pharynx, as per Canadian Cancer Society. These risks are increased when alcohol use is combined with cigarette smoking. Alcohol abuse is also associated with poor diet and many nutritional deficiencies. In our bodies, alcohol, ethanol, is converted into a toxic cancer-causing chemical called acetaldehyde. It can cause cancer by damaging DNA and stopping our cells from repairing this damage. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified acetaldehyde formed as a result of drinking alcohol as the cause of cancer, along with alcohol itself. Number 5. Potato chips. Being one of the most popular snacks, potato chips are cheap, tasty, and very convenient to munch on. However, they usually contain artificial flavors and colors and numerous preservatives. They are very salty, and their high sodium levels can cause high blood pressure issues for many people. Moreover, potato chips are high in fat and calories and can help to gain excess weight. They are also full of trans fat, which are really bad for your health, reports say, and can cause high cholesterol in most people. Potato chips are prepared at very high temperatures, which creates acrylamide, cancer-causing chemical. According to American Cancer Society and European Food Safety Authority, acrylamide is a carcinogen. Evidence from animal studies shows that acrylamide can damage DNA and cause certain types of cancer. Number 6. Hydrogenated oils. During the process of hydrogenation, a canister of hydrogen gas is positioned below a vat of oil, and under controlled circumstances, the hydrogen gas is allowed to bubble up into the oil. In this way, the oil is soaking up more hydrogen, and unsaturated fat is transformed into saturated ones too. This transformation produces a semi-solid fat, most margarines, vegetable oils, and the shelf life is extended. Business benefit is great, but the health cost is significant. Hydrogenation transforms some of unsaturated fatty acids into trans fat. Even the FDA has stated that trans fats are not safe for consumption. They increase blood cholesterol levels, as well as the risk of atherosclerosis, hardening of arteries. They can act as irritants, generating free radicals, which increases the risk of cardiovascular disease and cancer. Number 7. Microwave popcorn. While popcorn is so convenient snack, you should be aware of negative health impacts of microwave popcorn. The bag inside is lined with a non-stick coating, and the chemical used in the lining, as well as in Teflon coating, decomposes, producing a dangerous compound called perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA. PFOA is a known carcinogen, which is toxic to the liver, immune system, and affects hormones as well as altering thyroid hormone levels, studies suggest. This chemical has been associated with increased risk of certain cancers, including liver, bladder, kidney, and prostate cancer. Number 8. Processed meat. Processed meats include bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, beef jerky, ham. These meats have been modified to change their taste or to extend shelf life. To do this, the main methods of processing are smoking, curing, adding salt, and preservatives. Recently, the World Health Organization, International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, announced that consumption of processed meat is carcinogenic to humans. 22 experts from 10 countries reviewed more than 800 studies to reach their conclusions. They found that eating 50 grams of processed meat every day increased the risk of colon cancer by 18%. That's the equivalent of about 4 strips of bacon or 1 hot dog. Cancer-causing chemicals form during meat processing. These include N-nitroso compounds and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAH. Number 9. Farmed fish. We tend to think that eating fish is very healthy, especially cold water ones like salmon, because of high omega-3 content. The omega-3 essential fatty acids found in saltwater fish come from a diet of deep water plankton and smaller fish. Farm-raised species of fish do not have such high omega-3 content. That is because farmed fish are usually fed an unnatural diet. Also, they are contaminated with antibiotics, pesticides, chemicals, and other cancer-causing substances. These farmed fish have been shown to have higher levels of polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs, a group of industrial chemicals. Synthetic pigments, canthaxanthins, are often added to the fish so that it gets its pink color, while in the wild it happens naturally. Number 10. Canned tomatoes. Though fresh organic tomatoes help the body resist infections and actually fight cancer, canned tomatoes are carcinogenic, cancer-causing food, mostly because the lining of food cans contains bisphenol A, BPA, which is considered a harmful substance by Canadian Cancer Society. Tomatoes are especially bad in cans because they are acidic, which promotes leaching of chemical BPA out of the lining into canned tomatoes. Another reason this unassuming food isn't as healthy as we think is that tomatoes are heavily sprayed with pesticides. Since the skin of tomatoes is thin and absorbent, it is now included in Dirty Dozen food list. So it is better to consume tomatoes fresh and organically grown. Number 11. Sodas. Sodas have no nutritional value, contain high amounts of phosphates, and tremendous amounts of white sugar and chemicals. They can easily deplete the body of nutrients and can cause weight gain and promote obesity. Sodas often contain artificial flavoring, artificial coloring, and artificial sweeteners, all of which are cancer-causing substances. Among artificial sweeteners, saccharin is the greatest concern. Research studies have linked it with cancer in laboratory animals as a cancer initiator and promoter. Another sweetener, aspartame, is widely used in soft drinks. Furthermore, research studies found it caused brain tumors in lab animals.